Welcome to the Weather Guru podcast for Wednesday, January 15th, 2025. This is for the lower 48 states here. We're going to be looking at the overall forecast, and then we're going to be getting into specifics of the forecast here. Please be sure to subscribe to the Weather Guru channel for the latest updates in the lower 48 United States in terms of weather news and weather prognosis. Appreciate your support, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we're looking at the weather for Friday and Saturday. This is going to be for January 17th, and January 18th, Friday and Saturday. And the reason why we're highlighting these 2 days in the beginning is because there's going to be a moderate snowstorm chance for the upper Great Lakes and the Northeast. And also down south, there's chance for some thunderstorms that's going to be mixing in on the southern side here, from anywhere from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, New Orleans, back toward Biloxi, Meridian, Mississippi, into the panhandle of Florida. So we're going to have a chance for some severe weather down south, as well as some snow anywhere on the order of 1 to 3 inches, possibly or more, in the Appalachians as this system approaches. The systems are still fine-tuning between the GFS and the Euro models, but this is the map for Friday, January 17th, 2025. In addition to that, you can see this plunging line here. This is going to be Arctic air that's going to be invading from Canada, polar air, all the way south into the deep south. And this is going to create dangerous wind chills conditions, possibly in the morning from 0 to below 0, and highs only in the 20s and 30s, in some cases not even reaching that in some parts of extreme New England. So the setup here is going to be very interesting going into this weekend. The weather today, of course, is has been very nice and tranquil across much of the country. Nothing really going on. A few snow flurries in the upstate New York and New England, as well as we had a few precipitation out in the Intermountain West. As you can see here on Friday, January 17th, we're going to have the precipitation in the Intermountain West, but nothing to write home about. 2 to 3 inches possible of accumulation from Denver, Fort Collins, up in the Cheyenne, and the Big Sky Country of Montana. Now moving on, you can see January the 16th here, Thursday. This is your Thursday forecast for tomorrow. You can see we just have this arc of snow that continues, a light chance of snow denoted in white here. Anywhere from Erie, Pennsylvania, back towards Cleveland, back towards Cincinnati, into Pikesville, Kentucky, Lexington, over toward the highlands of West Virginia, Beckley, Charleston, the usual snow belt there. It's possible for heavy snow possible in that area, down through the southern Appalachians from Johnson City along the I-81 corridor. And then over in the Midwest, if you guys are in Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, South Bend, and Michigan, much of Michigan, that lake effect continues, light lake effect snow for tomorrow, January the 16th, 2025, Thursday. This is what you can expect. Quiet conditions continue along the Sun Belt, along from DFW back toward Abilene, El Paso, New Mexico, Arizona. You're in the clear. California, you're in the clear. The wind center and the winds are relaxing. By this time, Thursday, January 16th, 2025, will still be under red flag conditions, but the winds are going to relax tremendously by tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., Thursday morning, January 16th, 2025. Now, Florida, you're going to have some showers anywhere from Naples, Tampa, Sarasota, up towards Bradenton, Sarasota, once again up towards St. Pete in the mouth of Tampa Bay. Over on the East Coast, if you're heading towards Alligator Alley, back toward Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, Jupiter Inlet, Melbourne Beach, you're going to get those showers too. But this is just garden variety rain associated with a trough. So this will not be anything severe or anything to throw off your plans for tomorrow on Thursday, January the 16th. Now, looking at the precip here, the last 24 hours, denoted in green here, you can see, yes. Okay, you can see here that we have showers here in green. This amounts to less than an inch. Half an inch of rain fell from Houston, the Galveston area, back to Port Lavaca, Victoria, down to Harlingen, Brownsville. That's where we had that rain left over that's associated with this cluster of showers in the Gulf of Mexico. So this is going to push a little bit onshore a little bit tomorrow, but it's not going to amount to much, less than a half an inch amount. Then we got spotty showers here, spotty snow showers here. That was accumulations up here in the Tokyo Plateau, from Watertown eastward along the New York State Thruway, and then a little bit down here toward Binghamton and the Finger Lakes, and a little bit here, of course, to the usual snow belt zones, about an inch from Dunkirk, Hamburg, down toward those zones on the turnpike leading into the the New York State Thruway and the Turnpike, Ohio Turnpike here. So that's what we have going on here. Elsewhere, it's clear, as you can see, in terms of precip. So that's great news in the last 24 hours from today. This ending today, January 15, 2025. Looking at our hazards for today, this is valid for January 15, 2025, Wednesday hazards here. Once again, I denoted that red flag warning here. This is denoted in pink here. Once again, so if you're east of I-5 here, inland along the 15 freeway here, so this includes Temecula, Escondido, San Diego, the mountains inland, Pine Valley, those mountains inland in San Diego County and Riverside County, Banning, all those areas, I-10, and those areas north of LA, north and west of LA, and Ventura counties here. So it's all the way up to Oxnard, Ojai, California, almost up to Lompoc and the base there. Now we have strong winds here, high wind warning in brown. This is denoted for the Grand Canyon Rim country here. So if you're coming up through, coming to Las Vegas or Henderson or Sparks, over toward Kingman, Arizona, be very careful. There's high wind warnings in effect in brown here. And then we have a slight area of purple here. This is for the central Ohio Valley and also the Laurel Highlands of Pennsylvania and into West Virginia, the upstate, the mountains, the Blue Ridge Mountains of West Virginia. This is in purple and fuchsia colors. The fuchsia colors are one that's on warning here. So if you're in Western Maryland, Grant County, heading towards Cumberland, or those Garrett County, heading towards Cumberland, and those areas in West Virginia, on the Panhandle, just to the west of the Panhandle of West Virginia, Beckley, West Virginia, Spruce Knob, those snow areas down there, they get snow belt. Winter storm warning is in effect for today, January 15, 2025. And also in purple here, the winter weather advisory here, this includes cities like Akron, Cleveland, Ashtabula, Pittsburgh, back towards Johnstown, Oil City, Pennsylvania, back towards the I-80 Pennsylvania Turnpike, and down south into the Laurel Highlands, like I mentioned, Johnstown, Altoona. You're going to be included in that winter weather advisory there as we speak. But all in all, everything else looks very good, very quiet here, as you can see here for the majority of the country. Sunshine abounds tremendously. And the GFS model, as you can see, that Arctic plunge that we're going to be having here is going to last from basically starting on Saturday, this Saturday. We're going to have an Arctic blast coming into the eastern 2/3 of the country. So basically everybody east of the Mississippi River is going to be feeling some type of polar plunge as the jet stream from Canada retreats south here. Retreats all the way down south here. You can see this plunge here as I move it forward here. See that plunge is going to be happening here. Deepening low pressure is going to come in and plunge temperatures all the way down here. And possibly starting on Saturday. So this Saturday is when we're going to experience that plunge of Arctic air here, right here. I'll pause it right here, and you can see Canada and Ontario province is going to get heavy snow here. It's a 986 millibar low pressure system way up in Ontario, high up in Ontario province, Canada. Is going to be dropping down and descending that polar vortex of air, pushing through first the Midwest, the upper Midwest. So states like North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, you guys are going to have below zero lows probably sometime next week between Martin Luther King holiday, that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So don't be surprised when you wake up. And very windy. See, the isobars are packed tight together. These lines here are packed tight together. So we're going to have these winds that are going to be gusting 20, 30, 40 miles an hour. It's going to create sub-zero wind chills throughout much of the day, as well as temperatures are going to struggle to reach the 20s for highs in a lot of these places. That whole area complex is going to be pushing eastward, and that's where we're going to get cold temperatures in the morning and daytime temperatures. This is going to last next week. I'm giving you a preview. So next week from Sunday to about Wednesday or Thursday is going to last that long of cold temperatures. It's going to be one of the coldest weeks of the season that we have here. From that Martin Luther King weekend heading into Martin Luther King, that whole week next week is going to be very cold for the eastern 2/3 of the country here. As I put the GFS into motion here, there's a chance on Sunday, I should say, that there will be some snow showers along the I-95 corridor. So be very careful if you're traveling on Sunday, January 19th, 2025, because some of this could be mixing in with rain, or since it's not a true nor'easter system, this is coming from Canada, not coming up from the Atlantic, there's a chance that a lot of this can mix in with rain. So if you're on I-95 corridor, let's say from Baltimore, Philly, New York, Trenton, Connecticut, Boston, all these areas, there's a chance that you can start off as snow and then it can mix into sleet and freezing rain, and that's going to be disastrous for a lot of travel plans on Sunday. So you don't want to be in the Northeast, or the Mid-Atlantic areas south of there. Let's say south of Rocky Mount, south of Richmond, Virginia, into Rocky Mountain, all those areas south on 995, you're going to be experiencing heavy rain and possibly thunderstorms on Sunday. So that won't be a concern for you, as you can see. But this will be fast moving here. As you can see, by Sunday, it's almost off the coast here. There's low pressure that's going to be deepening. And what we're left with is just residual snowfall in the Ohio Valley, in the Northeast and New England states, and then rain along the coast. So it's possible, like I said, Boston, you can start off at snow in Rhode Island and Connecticut and on Long Island, New York. You can start off as snow, and then quickly it's going to transition to rain and freezing rain, and that's going to make for slick roads there later on in Sunday, January 19th, 2025. So we're talking after 6 p.m. That's when the transition is going to happen here. This is denoted perfectly by the GFS model. Now, the European model has more snowfall coming in on Sunday, January 19th, 2025. If the Euro model verifies, and this GFS model I'm showing you doesn't verify, then plan for 1 to 3 inches of snow possible anywhere from Washington, D.C. all the way through Boston on that 95 corridor and westward. If you live east of I-95, say you live in Dover, Delaware, Wilmington, or something like that, or South Jersey Shore, you can plan for more of a mix of rain and snow transitioning to rain later on Sunday night, say 6, 7 p.m., 8 p.m. as we lose the daytime heating. That's what we have going on. Just giving you a heads up for next week. So this has been the Weather Guru forecast for Wednesday, January 15th, 2025 for the lower 48. Thank you for listening. Tune back in for more live updates and details as needed. Take care. Blessings. Talk to you soon.